Hi guys, Morgan Devil here, back with the Hawks Times Listener ASMR. Well, not ASMR, but fan fictions, I guess you could call them. So for today, as promised, I am going to read part 3 of The Butterfly Lady. This chapter is called Breaking In. It sounds bad, but it's actually a very interesting, chapter. And what I mean by it sounds bad, I mean, like, it sounds like we're breaking into, like, a random person's house, which we are not, I guarantee you. It's more like Hawks does that. Anyway, let's get started. So, all stuff goes in the description, and when I say stuff, I mean credit. So, yeah, and let's get on with the ASMR. Side note, the story's actually called Hawks' Little Assistant, not Butterfly Lady, so I'm sorry about messing up on the name, but I think we're just gonna keep the Butterfly Lady for now. But anyway, sorry about interrupting. Let's continue with the video. Chapter 3, Breaking In. You were alone in an apartment again, not really listening to the order of staying at a friend's house for the night. You felt like you were capable of protecting yourself. This was your peak of your quirk anyway. Your wings were starting to mature. They were like zephyr wings, but in a bat-like pattern. The 3 pairs of wings were getting heavy. You'd get used to it after a while. To soothe the soreness, you stayed in the bath. The scent of roses from your new bath bomb smelled amazing. Closing your eyes, you exhaled, stretching your wings out and curling your toes from the hot steam. You've been stressed lately. The birthmark was starting to be more painted, making it hard to hide with makeup. The wind from outside started to get stronger. A storm has been passing over the city, but you can't help to feel at peace. You were always a fan of the rain. It was very therapeutic. It reminded you of something or someone had opened the balcony door. You heard a few footsteps. It sounded like a few people entering your apartment. You groaned, waking up the bats in your apartment with a low whistle. The lights hadn't been turned on yet, but it sounded like one of them stumbled over furniture. One of them muttered something. You were pretty calm, not wanting any more suspense. You decided to slowly exit the bathtub. When the criminals broke open the door, you couldn't pinpoint the face very well since they had a mask up. You were debating on hitting up Hawks, but not really wanting to risk him seeing your wings. Hey? You waved at him. The masked criminal was pretty distracted, not really expecting a woman to be, nude. More specifically, awake at this time. He shook his head awkwardly, looking away. You're the daughter of the retired villain, Edmund. He stepped back, looking at your birthmarks. It seemed like the other guys who came to the apartment overheard and started shuffling around the apartment. Without hesitation, you grabbed his head, hitting it against the bathroom tiles, hard enough to crack it, but the villain put his hands up and surrendered. Listen, I'm sorry that I came in here. I had no idea. The masked villain apologized, but you ended up intimidating him even more with glowing in your eyes. Your horrifyingly pointed wings. Squeezing his head within your palm, the masked villain started screaming. Your eyes widened, not wanting to alarm the neighbors. You covered his mouth. I'll spare your life. Just leave and never come back. Your phone started ringing. realizing you had quite a few missing notifications from Hawks. Shit, he's probably checking to see if I'm home. You thought to yourself before tossing this villain out of your apartment, totally forgetting that your balcony glass door was shut, shattering it. The masked hero's body went limp and you tried to nudge him off the balcony. Listen, you gotta go. One other criminals came back for him, flying off with him. You started panicking a little. Hawks was probably around the area after these criminals, but that scream gave away their location. You closed the balcony's blinds, tripping over the sofa that had been moved, and dashed into the bathroom. You wrapped the towel around your torso, tucking in your wings under them, wrapping a towel around your head, hiding your horns so that you hopefully that disguise wouldn't totally completely blow away your cover. Scrolling down on your notifications, it seemed like Hawk's been trying to contact you for a little bit. He was obviously worried. You heard someone stepping on glass and grunting in the living room. You were just about to check it out until you bumped into Hawks. Damn, he's fast. Why are you home? He questioned you, studying your face, reaching your hand over your birthmark. Birthmark looked like a scar, like something had just slashed your face. Did they hurt you? You told me you could handle this on your own. You swatted his hands away, looking into his eyes. I'm fine, you said a little more sternly than you intended, averting your stare to his crimson wings. They are ruffled as if he finished fighting someone. I'm sorry, I didn't answer sooner. I was in the bath when they broke into the apartment. I'm glad you're okay. They had me worried, you know. I would hug you right now, but I really don't want to get reported for sexual harassment. He joked while pointing out your towels. You blushed, nudging him out of the bathroom. Well, let me get changed, okay? I'll tell you what happened so you can file the report. Hawks gave you some privacy, walking into the living room and sitting on the sofa. He looked around the apartment, realizing your apartment was complex. Pretty nice. Are those real bats? What the hell? You came out of the bathroom with a baggy kimchi. It was a yellow bird with the tiny wings. You looked pretty ridiculous, but you're not trying to show any vampire stuff. Hawk stifled his laugh, covering his mouth with the glove, trying to keep it in. Okay, let me get this straight. So you wear more clothes at home than at work. He couldn't keep it in. He's laughing at you, but you shrugged it off, going over to the sofa across him. Okay, start the report. He looks over at you, his hand on his chin, trying to take you serious with these pajamas. Well, I was in the bath, you explained, excluding the parts about the villain recognized you. Wow, you're strong, man. You tossed him out and broke the balcony window, huh? Hawks realized you'd fallen asleep mid-story. It had been pretty late after all. He didn't want you sleeping in this bust-up apartment, so he carried you outside of the complex window with you. He figured out he owed you one anyway, since you wrecked your apartment fighting villains. Having you as a roommate wouldn't be so bad, right? Oh my... I feel so fucking bad for YN. Well, you guys. Oh my gosh. Hey, they're gonna figure out that YN's a vampire? Well, part vampire, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm just gonna keep reading this, but I need to end this here. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and listening to this. I am fangirling and my cheeks are that when they feel very warm, I feel like they're very red. Oh my gosh, I just looked in the mirror and they are so red. Oh my god. I'm fangirling so much that I'm not even in the story. I actually want to know what happens next. So if you guys are on board with me listening to me reading this for you guys and you guys want to know what happens next, then stick around, subscribe if you really want to. I mean, I don't care. You can if you want, not trying to force you. But if you do, please turn on your notifications so you know if I've updated me reading any story. But thanks for listening, and Morgan Devil is out. Bye.